The Israeli Prime Minister arrived in Britain for talks not only with Gordon Brown, but also with US President Obama's Middle East envoy, George Mitchell. Iran and the exact nature of its nuclear development program was also a major topic of discussion. The issue of Israeli settlements on Palestinian territory has long been a stumbling block to renewing the peace process. President Obama's aim to give fresh impetus to a peace process has included a call for a suspension to any new settlements. Gordon Brown expressed guarded optimism.
I strongly agree with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and we've talked about this on many occasions, that the Palestinian economy must be allowed to flourish. So I strongly welcome his recent moves to remove checkpoints on the West Bank. An economic roadmap should underpin and sustain political dialogue, and I know that the Prime Minister is committed to exactly that. We also discussed the issue of settlements and of East Jerusalem. I made clear that a settlement activity was a barrier to a two-state solution. I'm increasingly confident, however, that there is a genuine will to make progress, that a freeze in such activity would result in meaningful steps towards normalisation from Arab states. President Obama has my strong support in his efforts to pursue this agenda, and I know Prime Minister Netanyahu will be meeting Mr. Mitchell tomorrow.
I have spoken about the need to achieve this balance of a Palestinian, demilitarized Palestinian state next to a Jewish state, and I think that this has resonated far and wide. It wasn't easy to do, but this is what we have done in the short period of time, the 4 months that we're in office. So we have moved. We expect similar movement from the Palestinian Authority. And certainly based on what we've seen in the recent Fatah conference, there has not been that movement. That's an understatement. But there has to be that movement. There has to be not merely a partner on the other side, there has to be a courageous partner.
Iran needs to cooperate with the international community, should take up President Obama's unprecedented offer of engagement. Until then, the international community will continue to view Iranian ambitions with suspicion. Prime Minister, welcome again to Downing Street. I look forward to working as closely as ever with you on the future. We share our anxieties about Iran, and we share a common desire that there is peace in the Middle East.
I think we've shown a certain amount of fortitude and leadership, and that's what's required from the Palestinian side. They have to say unequivocally, it's over. We are going to make a real peace. It'll be a final peace. It'll be a peace that will end all claims to further conflict. It'll be a peace that will resolve the Palestinian refugee issue once and for all. And just as Jews can come to Israel, Palestinians can come to the Palestinian state. But not in Israel, because there has to be a Jewish state. And if we're asked to recognize a Palestinian state as the nation state of the Palestinian people, it is absolutely essential that the Palestinian leadership says to the Palestinian people, you will have to accept Israel as the nation state of the Jewish people. Recognition is the pivot of peace.
The meeting with the British Prime Minister and the discussion which Benjamin Netanyahu was due to have the following day with the US Special Envoy George Mitchell are part of the peace plan which President Obama plans to present this autumn.